Welcome to Slingy's Daredevils, where we spotlight leaders who are elevating our community via tech. In today's episode, we are talking with Kent Cissell at EightTwenty. Kent, how's your week going so far?
It's going good. Yeah, the weather warming up today here in Kentuckiana is nice. Looking forward to springtime arriving. But it's been a good week. Good week. Thanks for asking.
Yeah, I'm on that same page. I hope we are on the warmer end of it. Who knows? We love when it snows in April. So
The tree's starting to bloom here. It's a fun time of year around here. So we're good.
Oh yeah, absolutely. For those that don't know, can you share a little bit about what EightTwenty is and what y'all got going on?
Yeah, so EightTwenty is new to the Louisville market, but we are we like to say we harness the power of the sun and we power our communities. And so what
Perfect
we do,
for the tagline of the episode then.
there we go. What we do with that is a few things. One, we are a full service residential and commercial solar company, contractor. So we do sales, design, installation, and maintenance for solar projects.
Okay.
The markets that we're doing business in are Oklahoma, Arkansas, Kansas, Missouri, and we are just coming into Southern Indiana and Kentucky, which is really exciting. We've done, a half dozen projects here or so, and we're ramping up our team here and establishing permanent residence in this area, which is super exciting for us.
Nice. That was really, really good, really brief summary there.
Yeah.
So Kent, you are one of the founders of EightTwenty. And so I'm curious if you could talk a little bit about what led you to create EightTwenty and why are you personally so passionate about getting people access to solar energy?
Yeah, so my path to EightTwenty is kind of weird. My career definitely has not been in energy or construction even really, other than very Cleveland. And my family has a construction background. But I, long story short, spent the majority of my career working for a company called Heartland or Global Payments. Fantastic company, and I did a lot of different things there. And they blessed me with the opportunity to wear pretty much every hat in every corner of the company, from operations to technology to sales to running a $2 billion P&L, right? And so that experience, set me up to have the potential to do a lot of different things. I love working for the company. They treated me super well. I love the people that I work with, but candidly, like as life went on, I have 4 children. I spent a lot of time thinking about why am I working? What am I doing while I'm here on my limited time on Earth, right? And doing something that was more purpose-driven continued to become more important to me. And honestly, I set sail away from Global Payments without knowing what I was going to do.
You just knew you needed to do something.
I knew that I was going to do something different. I knew that I was going to make a difference. And honestly, the first thing I did when I left is I started a small venture capital company with some of my close friends, and we started doing investments in sustainable projects. We've done several different things, and as a part of that period of time, I also got solar on my home. And it was actually the buying experience of solar that opened my eyes to, number one, what the opportunity of solar was in the Midwest. I learned through that process that, it's financially viable. There's a return on investment in the Midwest, and sunlight is good where we live. And I also learned that there's very few companies that are focused on doing business the way that I would consider doing business well in the Midwest. And so, I used the period immediately following that to essentially do market research. Like, what's it look like? Like, what's going on? Why are solar companies not coming into the Midwest? The Midwest has got abandoned because people that have started these businesses that are capable of growing businesses, if they didn't live in the Midwest, they didn't have a reason to start the business here because the opportunity was less good. But what I also found out is the less good opportunity is still amazing. And it's pretty much an unpenetrated market. There's thousands of, single thousands of solar customers in pretty much the entire Midwest area, state by state, as you went to the markets. My partner, who I founded the company with, lives in Oklahoma City. It's oil and gas territory out there. It's also pretty much the reddest of all states. Energy out there are even cheaper than in Indiana. We decided to start there because our thesis was, if we can make solar work in Oklahoma, it can work anywhere else throughout the Midwest. I listed at the top of the call the states that we're in right now, but on our website or wherever, you can kind of see the territory that we're aiming to grow into over time. We hope that within roughly 5 to 7 years, we'll be covering the majority of that Midwest turf. We have no intention of going into those other markets where the other companies have already gone, because we have a lot of fulfillment in serving the communities that we live in, and our friends are a part of as well.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's definitely touching on that community aspect. If someone is interested in working with 820, getting involved with kind of what you guys have got going on with solar energy, how does someone get involved?
Number one, pretty much every person in one way or another is a solar customer, right? And so whether you own your own home, you're renting someplace, you're working in a building, the place where you're spending time has opportunity to be benefited from solar, right?
Yeah.
And so if you're interested in figuring out what it would look like for your place of business, your home, your apartment complex, whatever it might be, to make the turn to live solar, contact us. Go to our website. We got all kinds of different forms on there that are based off of why you might be interested in talking to us. But our consultations are free. We charge nothing to essentially work with someone to give them an understanding of, if you were to put solar on your home as an example, here's how much energy you could produce with your roof. Here's the cost that it would be for you to purchase it, and here's the return that you would make, and what that would look like to bring you benefit. And the cool thing about our products is they're warranted over a 30-year period. And so, people are getting an investment and then they actually make money before the stuff runs out of the warranty period by making the move to solar. And that's one way as a customer. Another, we have a program called Give Solar, which is a big part of kind of our ethos as a company. That's our way as a company to give back as well. What we do is we pick local partners in the communities that we expand into, and we figure out how we can organize a charity project for them based off of some of the proceeds that we're doing over time. And we layer the projects in over time. And what that does, reduces the nonprofits cost, so that the mission that they're serving, they can use the funds that they don't get donated to them through nonprofit proceeds on other things that are super important to helping the communities that we are in thrive. We're looking for good partners, right? And the ideal partner is one that is, again, local to the community. Like, nothing against the Habitat for Humanity as an example, right? Like, I think they do wonderful things, right? But someone that is Louisville centric would be fantastic. And they have smaller projects that likely could be repeated over time. Others is if you are doing developments or of your own, right? I mean, some of our most successful relationships are with builders or contractors that are trying to figure out how to integrate solar into what it is they're offering. Those are probably the main ways. Employees is another thing. So again, we're just setting up shop in Louisville. We have a base of sales and install teams here. We have a warehouse put in place. We will be putting up a permanent office soon, and which is exciting. And but with that, we're going to need salespeople. We're going to need electricians. I'm fortunate to have grown up. My grandfather was in the construction trade, and others involved, and I worked for him. And I was able to see firsthand that so much of keeping a happy and loyal employment group is in treating people well and right, and treating them how you would be treated. And so our philosophy has been, we're not going to have to worry about losing people if they really like working with us and for us.
If they love what they do. Listeners, if you have anything else, you know where to find Kent. You threw out the socials earlier. Is that the best place to find you? Is there other places that work best?
820.com is probably the best place to start, and it's all spelled out, EightTwenty.com. Most of our social handles are 820 Energy or 820 Solar. It varies a little bit on each platform. And like I said, that initial touch point, we have a super capable group of consultants that'll work with you. Consultant's a scary word, but again, that conversation is free, right? And our goal is to help people understand what is possible. Don't hesitate to hit us up, and maybe we could figure something out of how we could help you or your friends live solar.
Yeah, perfect. Kent, thanks again for taking the time to talk with myself and Slingy.
Get Slingy.
And thanks everybody for watching and listening back home. Have a great one and have a great rest of your day. Bye, y'all.